Steinmeier, as Schengen offers free movement to EU citizens, do you agree with me that it necessarily follows on that the work of Member States' ability to best protect its citizens are compromised by the security issues that go alongside lack of sufficient border controls? In light of Friday's terrible events in Paris, are the German government now thinking their own position on open borders, bearing in mind the announcement of the French plans to reimpose border controls? Does this effectively mean the end of Schengen and accordingly the core principle of the free movement of people? I'd also be interested to hear your comments on last Thursday's arrest by German police of a Montenegrin man in his car when he was found with 8 AK-47s, 2 handguns, grenades, TNT and ammunition, as to whether they inadvertently prevented another terrorist from joining the perpetrators of the Paris massacre, with evidence obtained from the vehicle, satellite navigation system and his cell phone that he was heading for Paris. Does this constitute a failing of the German authorities' burden-sharing obligations? Moving on, would you care to elaborate on Chancellor Merkel's call for an EU army and her suggestion that Prime Minister Cameron must accept it in exchange for what I contend are purely cosmetic and weak reforms that he seeks ahead of a British referendum on our EU membership? Furthermore, bearing in mind the self-amending provisions within the Lisbon Treaty, do you believe that the EU would take back any such concessions at some point in the future? And finally, whilst on the subject of an EU army, and bearing in mind the understandable concerns of the German people who are uneasy with Germany again playing a larger military role on the world stage, do you believe that there seems to be a contradiction between your country's vociferous support for an EU army and its abject failure to support 2003 action in Iraq, together with your failure to support NATO in Libya in 2011? Thank you.
Thank you very much.